Hey guys, it's George and welcome back to episode 2 of Random Who. The second episode that we watched last night, yesterday, was Twice Upon a Time. Peter Capaldi's final story, where it's him as his 12th Doctor and David Bradley as the first Doctor. So in this episode, this has been one of my favourites since it came out. And basically, it is a great story, and there's a couple of things that nickle me a little bit, which I will go into. But first, I'll talk about Peter's performance, where I think this is one of his best that he's done. So you start off with basically Charles being shot by the Mondas Cyberman in the last episode, which would have been the Doctor Falls, and so he goes into this episode and he doesn't want to regenerate, and the first Doctor comes across him, and the way that Stephen Moffat worked this is, in the first Doctor's last story, he was gone for basically half the episode. So he did it, so it showed a clip of the original episode from 1966, merging into David Bradley doing the exact same clip, basically, which I thought was nice to fit it in there. And of course, the first Doctor is regenerating for the first time. Well, it would have been his first time. Thanks a lot, Chibnall. But what basically happened was they both don't want to regenerate, and when they meet a World War One soldier who has been taken from his place of death a couple hours before the Christmas armistice, and I forget his name now. I did know it. I said it in the stream. Neil Gaiman, or I think it's Neil Gaiman, and his performance was great as this World War One soldier. And time froze for those three, and it was these glass people called Testimony who had shown up and who had stopped time. So the doctors and the soldier, well, he's more of a captain, so I'll just call him a captain for now. So they get taken to this ship where the Testimony, which is the glass people, want to put the captain back where he's supposed to be at his death. And this is where I think it gets a bit funny for me, where Bill Potts comes back in, because we know what happened to her in Wild Enough for Time and the Doctor Falls, and that was the great ending for her. So bringing her back for this, even though she was one of the Testimony people because the testimony kept memories of everyone. She seemed quite useless in this episode. She was just there for being there. I don't know if everyone will agree with me with that, but she just felt like she was there for being there. So when it come to it at the end, they had been on a little adventure. They had been to see Rusty, who was in Peter's second episode in Series 8. So basically, his first normal story, not his regeneration story. So facing a Dalek as your first proper villain, I needed a very well into the Dalek is in the act as well. So when we watch that should be a very good watch, and we can bounce off this episode as well. But he showed up because I needed a database. Because I couldn't use the matrix on Gallifrey because they needed a bigger one, so they went for the Dalek. I'm guessing it's basically not the Dalek's version of the Matrix, and so that was a bit of filler where there's a mutated Dalek. Well, Dalek mutants that had mutated it into more intelligent and that could crawl around basically. So that was good. You still have Bill there talking to the first Doctor because you knew she was what she was, but she was trying to say that all memories are what you are, sort of thing. So that was a bit slow, but then you get to basically the climax where you find out that the testimony project was a good thing and not an evil plan, which was quite nice. And in the end, the two doctors dropped the soldier off at the battlefield, put him back where he was, but a couple hours later, so just before he dies or the German soldier he's facing dies, they start singing Christmas carols, which is the Christmas armistice. And David Bradley was an absolute fantastic first Doctor. He was in, I think, if I'm right, an Adventure in Space and Time, which was basically the story of William Hartnell being the first Doctor, and he did a brilliant job, and he did William Hartnell proud, I thought. And then you have like Nardar coming back as well for a short scene to say goodbye, and Clara shows up as well. I did find something out a couple years ago now that because the voices don't look right with Clara, that she wasn't really interested in doing it, and she just done it over the phone, which I thought was a shame. But in the end, you have his regeneration into Jodie, and he has that nice big speech. A lot of people don't like the speech, but I quite enjoy it because he was the Doctor who did speeches, and that was basically the episode. And I really enjoy that episode. As I said, it's one of my favourites. It always will be. And basically, I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10. I would give it a 9 if it wasn't for Bill, but actually, no, 8.5 I'm going for. So I'm going for 8.5, and I really enjoyed it, and it was a great Christmas special, and it's still one of my favourite episodes. We did watch the two-parter, which was Aliens of London and World War III, which should be out on the channel a couple hours after this video goes up, I'm hoping. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I enjoyed the episode. Come and join me. I'm doing one. If you're watching this on Thursday when it's uploaded, I'm doing it on the Friday, and I hope to see you there. Link is in the description to Twitch where I'll do them. But if you don't want to do Twitch, there will be the review uploaded the next day, like this one is. So hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.